Mike, you can hit.
All right, the drill is fixed. Let's get to drilling. Get this sled, rock, stone, boat monstrosity built so that I can find out all the different reasons why it doesn't work. My current reason? Too much ground platform. I figure there's going to be so much sliding resistance with this many rails. I was originally going for the idea that it would spread out the weight. Enjoy that wind, huh? Welcome to the river house. Wind notwithstanding, there it is, and I'll wrap the cables around those 2 points right there to pull it. These weren't quite lined up well enough to get the thicker rod through, so I guess I'll have the thinner rod. So I used the thick rod I already welded a cap onto over here. The problem I'm having is I've lost a field on the chop saw. So it won't spin up. I don't know why. You know, it was never much of a machine to begin with. So best I can do at this moment is pull the brush caps. I want to let it cool off a little more. I can smell hot electronics. I'm over here because of the wind. Pulling the brush holders and having a look. Both brushes are there and they're still nice and healthy. The commutator is just toasted. It is absolutely toasted. So my guess is something else went wrong inside. It's just been one of those weekends, you know. We had a good day on Saturday when I got a lot of stuff done, but jack on Friday, jack on Sunday. I'll never keep up at this rate. Never. So now I don't know what to do. You know, that old chop saw was my workhorse. So I can't trim those things down, right? Which means I can't get them to the right length. So I still have to weld them, which means I still got to continue to haul the welder around in the back of the pickup, and I hate doing that. I don't know how I'm going to cut them now. I don't want to knock them out of there. Buy a bunch more skill saw or reciprocating saw blades maybe. I don't know. I'm a little whiny. Torch it off. Maybe just heat them up, bend them at a 90-degree angle, then douse it before the whole thing burns. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little less confident. I think if you were following this as far as instruction on how to make your own stone boat, you really need to see how mine works. You need to wait. You know, this is the little one, but it's the same format as the big one I was planning on making. You know, just the big one would be much bigger. So, you know, I think you should just wait. Just wait and see. Just wait and see how mine works. That's my recommendation. I might clip onto it with the truck here and drag it with the pickup. I can't leave those bars stick out. You know as well as I do, I'm going to back over it with the backhoe or the truck and take out a sidewall. We all know that's coming if I don't trim those down. So I gotta trim them. At this moment right now, I literally don't own anything to trim them with. That's not true. This is a torch, which is out of acetylene, so I'd have to go to Thompson Falls. Maybe Shane and I can go to Thompson Falls tomorrow. If I bribe him with peeps or something, he won't complain. You ever get an acetylene tank where you were sure you couldn't possibly have used it up, and yet, even though the valves are off, the damn thing's still empty when you go to use it? But you can't prove that, right? So you got to buy acetylene again. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Alright. Enough whining. Let's do something or go home, right? Just looking for something I can do before I go home. This is the seat out of the excavator, minus its stand. And the cat smell is just, I'd love to do something about it. But the entire seat pan has just been twisted. Like a couple of inches. And it must have been look at it. Best I can tell, it's some very large individual used it as a handle to climb in and out. That's my gut feeling as to how it ended up the way it is. Kind of one of those things where I sort of wish I just left it in there, but I got it apart now, so I'll try to figure out what to do with it. I don't know how to straighten it. I can't see anything that I can hold on to strong enough. I have a new seat pan or a cushion for it. I've got this, which is the hard memory core push cushion out of this wheelchair that I got to scrap. There's unfortunately nothing there that I can use as a new seat bottom, but that'll be fine. And I can take it out and wash the cover if I ever have to. I never will though. So I guess at this point, you know, maybe I can stand on that thing or park the truck on it or something. See if I can find a way to twist it back flat I need to get the slides apart and drive the bolts out and then replace them. I have the welder here and make it really easy to weld in new bolts really quick. And then I want to wash it and set it in front of the box fan for 4 or 5 days to dry. That's the goal. Oh, weekend continues. So the other one of these is missing the big roller inside. I imagine it would still work, but it is broken. Now these studs are stripped on all 4, which is fine. I knew that. I didn't do it. It was done beforehand. But in order to get these things loose from the seat, I needed an impact driver. I can't fault it. It wasn't a great one. I mean, it's plastic, right? So it was crap to begin with, and it lasted a lot of years. But that's that. I had to weld nuts to it in order to get it off. I went to go nip these off with the grinder, and in a massive stroke of coincidence, it won't turn on. I took it apart. Brushes are fine. Everything seems to be good. All the wires seem to be tight. Check the outlets, but yeah, so I got another grinder down. Another grinder down. Might be time to buy the handheld DeWalt to match the batteries I already have, though people don't really like them, at least the people I talk to. So yeah, I don't know whether I should try to buy some sliders. There's a bunch of generic bucket seat sliders I can pick up on Amazon. I'd love that distance. They don't really seem to give me that. I have to go into the comments to get that distance. That, or I just cut these off at home with the sole surviving working grinder and then just weld a bolt on here, which sounds kind of like a winning idea. It doesn't solve the fact that it's missing that big roller, but whatever. At this point, I'm a little over it. Like I said, it's been really one of those weekends, so I've earned my wine. Gotta go home to get the cheese, though.